Today, I want to talk about something that sneaks up on all of us at some point. It's emotional eating. You know the drill. You've had a long day. It's been stressful. Things just have been piling up. You find yourself standing in front of the fridge, looking for something, not just because you're hungry, but actually because you're a little tired, a little stressed, bored, or just need a break. But here's the question that I want you to consider. Who is in charge? Is it you or is it the craving? Most people believe that emotional eating is just a personal weakness. That's just not true. It's not about willpower, it's about patterns. You're not broken. You've just trained yourself to respond to certain cues that are directly connected with food. And here's the good news. You've actually built that as a habit, which means that you can unbind it. So let's break down how you do this. How do you know first if you're emotionally eating? Here are some telltale signs. So the first being that you crave specific comfort foods, usually something sweet, salty, or just high in carbohydrates. The second is your hunger feels more urgent and more sudden. It doesn't gradually build like real physical hunger. The third, you eat mindlessly in front of a screen, in the car, or straight from the package. Next, you feel guilty afterward because deep down you know the food wasn't really what you needed. Does any of this sound familiar? If so, don't beat yourself up. Let's just instead reframe this type of a situation, because if it's happened before, it's going to come up again. The key to breaking this cycle isn't just saying, I won't emotionally eat. That's like telling yourself, don't think about a pink elephant. Guess what happens? You think about the pink elephant. Was I right? I'd love to know if a pink elephant came into your mind. Please comment below. So instead, try asking yourself this question. What if I was the kind of person who ... only ate when I was truly hungry, handled stress without food, saw food as fuel, not therapy. Our brain is wired to follow the identity that we're giving it. So if you keep telling yourself, I have no control over cravings, guess what? Your brain is going to look for proof of that. But if instead you start shifting the way you see yourself, your actions, and your identity, then what happens is you start actually aligning with that new identity. So let's make this a very practical scenario, because again, it's going to happen again. You're going to find those emotional cues come up. Next time a craving does hit, here are 3 things that you can do. The first is interrupt the pattern. Stop and ask yourself, am I actually hungry or am I just reacting? This simple pause actually creates space for a new decision. And then the second thing is replacing the habit. Don't just take something away. It is really critical that we swap it. If you normally reach for food when stressed, then maybe try taking a walk or drinking some water or just breathing deeply for 30 seconds. And the third is set better defaults. If you know stress eating is a problem, make junk food less accessible. If it's not in the house, it's really not an option. So here's the bottom line. You don't need to fight emotional eating. You just need to outgrow it. Your habits follow your identity. So if you start seeing yourself as someone who eats with purpose, fuels their body, and doesn't rely on food to manage emotions, then everything starts to shift. So the question is, who's in charge, you or the craving? Think about this, and if this is something that resonates with you, let me know. Send me a message, share this with a friend who might need to help this, and as always, keep leading your own habits. And remember, your fitness success is never owned, it's rented, and the rent is due every day.